I'm here at the breadfruit gutter area, and that blue object you're looking at is the CWSA 4-inch pipe. And where I'm at here, I'm on the western side of the fencing area of the Argyle International Airport. Now right where I'm standing here, below me, just where that pipe enters into the earth, is where we have the culvert under the first kilometer of the runway. Now this pipe came from the main road, coming down all the way from up that area where we have the lab. There's a certain area where the pedestrian can use, have been using to get to Warwick, just in that area. This pipe that we're looking at, a CWSA pipe, it is being run under the drain that we have here, extending from the west here towards the eastern side, coming out all the way from that section over there, just overlooking the Warwick Beach. This pipe will be taking the water to the aircraft rescue and firefighting station, and coming from the main road. Well, the reason why I am trying to bring this to you is because of certain information that was relayed regarding the water connection here at the Argyle Airport site by one Glenford Stewart. So I'm just bringing you the evidence so that you can see that such information is not correct, because you're seeing the evidence here and I'm showing you where the pipe is located and where the fencing is. And this is on the western side of the airport site. I am on the outside of the fencing, and this pipe, like I have told you, is passing under the culvert, heading all the way down to the east and coming back up on the eastern side and going towards the firefighting station. And before all of this was done, we had pipe running underneath this area as well, because here you have a 2-inch pipe coming down bringing water, and I guess this was taking water to the area of Warwick and Mount Pleasant area. So for those of you who are accustomed believing in the lies rather than the truth, I am bringing the truth here for you, and I hope that this truth will put the lies to naught after you have looked at this video. So here am I at the mouth of the tunnel, or the drainage system that is running under the first kilometer of the runway, and you can see the 4-inch pipe down there. Is very dark, but you can see where it comes through the wall up here from the top and connecting here. So this is the CWSA water pipe that is taking water from the connection at the main road right down to the eastern side and over to the fire station on the east side. Just giving you a peep of the work that was done here during this week between Sunday and today. Remember this area here where we had an eat out under the concrete there where the fencing passed? Well, this is on the western side, just where we have the lab. They have put down some base stone here, and no doubt they're going to put down some slipper drain to take the water over down into the breadfruit gutter. So this is the work they have done here since I last visit on Saturday. Well, I'm here at the east end where we have the drain exiting, which is right in front of us here, but I can't really show you the 4-inch pipe coming through because the access to down there is not as easy as the one on the west. But I can let you know that the pipe come down in this area where you see this tunnel here, and going all the way up to the bank up there, running alongside the perimeter fencing and coming out just at the end of the fencing where that access road wants to take you up to go to Warrico. Well, just in that area. And I'm outside of the perimeter fencing down here on the eastern side. And I am doing all of this just to bring the evidence to you, because seeing is believing. And when you see the video and you see the photographs, it will be overwhelming evidence more than what you hear being said or what was read in document written, because there is no evidence to back it up. So I am bringing you the evidence. So all in this area, right where you see in this trench, is where the pipe passed from under the drainage system under the first kilometer of the runway, and coming out from the west to the east and coming all the way along this area here, going right out to the end, just up there. And if you see where those houses are, that road going up there is a road we once used to use to get to Warrico. All here in the stage of this work. These pipes were laid here a good while now, coming all the way along this area. All this pathway here you're seeing, the asphalt was right across here, and you could see where it was cut out, and to get the trench to run the pipe. Now I'm almost to the end. You see there's a house up there and the road that we once used to use to go to Warrico. Now all here is where the pipe run, the water pipe run to get to the firefighting station on this side. The pipes regarding the other section, the other buildings, they are being run on the western side of the site. Now the water has to come from the western side, and that is the reason why this pipe was channeled under the culvert and come across here on the western side, the eastern side. Now I'm coming here where we have a hole, and if you look closely you will see two blue objects down there, like two stopcock. These are the stopcock for the pipes, the 4-inch water pipe that coming in from the western side under that drain and back here on the eastern side. This is just to give you a video evidential update of the fact that the water pipes at the Argyle airport are actually being connected, contrary to what you're hearing from certain quarters. So there you're seeing evidence of the pipe, and I'm here just at the foot of the Johnson Hill, which is just above me up there, and you can see the water pipe running across here, and this pipe is heading towards the aircraft rescue and firefighting station way back up there. Now I'm back here to the Wednesday at this area just above where we have the cargo apron, and you remember that area where the road, where we had a burst pipeline underneath the road and the road caved in. Now last week when I passed here, I showed you some small cracks in the earth here, and I tell you I'm scared, I'm a bit worried, hoping that this wouldn't happen, that the bank would slip away. Now I am back here to the Wednesday, and I'm surprised to see how far down this earth has moved. As a matter of fact, I usually come in from the end of the Rubis fuel farm there and come across here so I could get some shots of the work going on below me. And as I got by the bluff over there, I noticed the difference in the area, so I had to turn back and walk the main road. And this is what is happening here. This water you see water flowing here, and this water comes from a drain. You have a drain up at the top here that brings water down here, and the water is not actually running off as freely as it should, because some of the stones that come down block the area, and as a result the water settles in this area here. And because it is not solid rock, the water tends to soak through the earth, and what I believe is that underneath is like a rock and the dirt resting on the rock, so even with water soaking on it, you could have the dirt slipping off, and you can see all the crack down there from that. And no doubt this whole thing, if we have more rains in the weeks coming, you might very well find that with the constant settling of the water here, this whole bankside may just slip down there to where we have the cargo apron. And right in this spot the water used to run, and as you can see right here where the land has slipped about to me it looks about 3 feet down to close to 3 feet, about 2.5 or thereabout down here. And I am hoping that with this video that the folks at the IADC pay some close attention to this piece of new development here on top of the hill, just in the area where we have the road caved in and overlooking the cargo apron area. So you see, here is where the water flow through, and a drain that is right above, and I'm going to take you to where the drain is so that you can have an understanding as to why this problem is now being here. Because when the water was channeled down here, no one actually paid attention to the seriousness or the problem that this water will eventually cause. This is the drain here through which the water comes. The water from off the roadway on the left hand side there, going towards the countryside, and from up in that bank area up there, we have water flowing when the rain comes and flows down here in this area. Some of it will go straight across towards the end and come back down on the side on the area of the road, but because the drain is actually blocked with stones, the water tends to take its own path and as a result settle up in that area and now causing a problem. Here we have another security booth, and this one is at the top of the area where we have the control tower. This one is also being built by Argyle. I say that because right at the back here is the evidence where we have his tank in which he store his water for the mortar works. What you're looking at here in this video is an electrical utility pole. This wire is running onto the site, and I'm going to take the trail of where the wire is running so that you can have an idea for yourself. So there is where it ends up, and it is coming from the main road. So the question of electricity at Argyle is of no electricity. Vinlec Power Supply electricity at Argyle is a no-no, because this pole was here long before the airport was built, because that house, that building you're seeing there was a building for Mr. Carl Glasgow, deceased, and of course it had electricity, and the pole was never removed, the power was never removed, and it is coming in all the way from the main road. Right there we have a new pole. They have rerouted the pole was down at the bottom down there, and so they would have changed the pole and put a new one there to bring the electricity here. So there is electricity at the control tower and at the building which they are building up there, and I can also tell you that there is electricity down at the area of the terminal building, just where you have that house there. If you notice carefully, You can see the poles. There is a pole right there that is taking the wire down to that building to power the area. But when I get back down there, I will show you exactly what it is. So that information you're hearing from Mr. Eustace, provided to him by Mr. Stewart, is far from the truth. There is electricity out there and there is water connection from CWSA as well. There you see a pipe right here. Does it have water in it? I'm not too sure. And this is at the area where we have the control tower on top of the hill overlooking the runway. So, are you convinced now that there is water supply at the airport? I am. You see this soggy area here, right here, is from through that area the water is running. So it tells me that the water has been settling up there now. It's making its way down because we didn't have any rain yesterday or before. So right in that area up there where you see this water is running down, that is the area where we have the problem with the land slipping away. And you can see a lot of the muck coming down here and settling here. And this water is running onto the apron down there. So I am hoping that somebody would have seen the problem, or they will realize it is there through this video. This is just to bring them up to date as to this slight problem that is up there that can create a bigger problem, because if that dirt is resting on rock, and because of the soil being saturated and the constant rain flowing and water settling up there, it will eventually slip off down on the rock and come right back down here. So I'm hoping that something will be done about it very soon. And you see in that area where they have packed stones, I hope something similar to that will be done. Remove the earth and pack some big boulders up there to curb this problem. I come back here specifically to show you the electrical pole with the electrical wires running on it, ending up down here at the airport site. And this building you're seeing in front there, that is the where we have generators to supply the power in the event of an outage from Finlec, to supply the power to the terminal building. And the line is going all the way up, as you can see here in the video. And that's it here, coming down just from the main road behind that house. I show you it when I was up at the control tower. So now I come back here to give you a feel or a look so that you can see for yourself the evidence that there is actually electrical wires running here which can supply electricity to the airport in the event that it has to be operated anytime by the end of the year. So this is the drain. Remember Saturday I was here and I show you them digging out a trench, and I told you that they're going to put a drainage system here to bring this water. Right here it is. There's where they cut across the road there. I guess this should have been done a long time ago, but now that the rain has come last week and really show up some of the problem, they have corrected it. They have a constant flow of water coming from somewhere at the bank up there. The rain that came Thursday and caused a lot of water to flow is a good thing. Why do I say it's a good thing? Now this work here at the area just west of the terminal building along the roadway here, there wasn't a drain here. But since the rain came, it was noticed by the people out here that water is flowing down from the bankside down into this area. And as a result of that, they have now dug a drainage way, and that's the reason why you see down there at the bottom we have them digging out a trench also and busting across the road to take the water. I told you that there is a flow of water coming down. Here is where the water is coming from. All the water that falls on the bank area up there flows through the soak through the earth, and naturally it springs out somewhere else, and where it springs out is down on the area down here at the road. So here we have a trench renowned for a drainage system to take this water from off the bank on my right down into the drain that they have down there. So this is not really a big problem, because it is good that the rain came and showed up this problem before the actual operation of the airport, and then this resulted. So they are putting measures in place right now to counteract that problem which has now arrived here regarding the drainage system here at the airport side. So I'm just bringing you up to date so that you could have a better idea and understanding as to what is taking place. Not doing this to bring anything negative about the work here at Argyle Airport, but to show you the progress of the work and what measures are being put in place concerning the drainage system, so that flooding of this Argyle International Airport will not be a problem in times to come. Here at the foot of the control tower, where we had the land slippage and breaking down some of the fencing here, the fencing are back in position here, just to let you know, so that good sign indeed. So that is it for me for today, Wednesday the 12th day of October 2016, my short midweek tour of the Argyle International Airport site. So until Saturday the 15th of October, when I shall return to my favorite place, I want to wish you all the best and hope that God will spare my life and give me good health, so that I can bring you another update of the progress of the work here at the Argyle International Airport site. Thank you for viewing, and do have yourself a blessed day, evening, morning, night, whatever time you're viewing this video. God bless.
Had millions in their pockets, but even so they had no plan for it. So talk is cheap, but look where we are today. Yes, we did the work to touch down on the runway. We move mountains to build airport, fill valleys to build airport, change rivers to build airport. The petroglyphs and the pottery, we move houses to build airport, change the highway to build airport. We move a church and a cemetery, all to build the airport for we. To build airport, change the highway to build airport. We move a church and a cemetery, all to build the airport for